Morning everyone. So today we are starting our second day at the Doma and now we're visiting ITEC supported by CultivAid. So they're doing like some agricultural practice and trying to like integrate any like agricultural approaches to the land in here, and let's go.
So now it will, when we go to the villages, it will be more comfortable. Two people will join us in the pickup.
We just talked about that.
It's gotta be
Even like three people joining the pickup, and I can join the car. So if there is some question,
Oh, can I join
the
the
way we have
No, man, that
like almost 2 hours drive.
Oh, wow.
2 hours?
So, yeah, welcome to Tanzania. Everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, journey and driving. And what makes this problem much more relevant in Africa is that if you look at those different graphs and studies that are being done, all of the, like probably 90% of the world population is being done here in Africa. Like, for example, Tanzania by 2050 is expected to reach about 150 million.
Wow.
Today they are 60 or 70.
60
And this is
right
in
now
less than 30 years,
150.
more than double.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And most of this population it's young people. Like if you walk around the streets today in the villages, you will see that most of the people are very young.
Yeah.
And very soon they're all going to grow up, have families. They will all need also abundance of water. They would like to consume meat and other products that we take as for granted for many years now. By CultivAid and Don Bosco, and that's it. So CultivAid did all of the agricultural infrastructure, and Don Bosco did all of the civil infrastructure. Yeah, so it was really a nice experience to have both of the organizations working together and establishing the farm. I came, with my head blown up from
All the
ideas and how it's supposed to be done, and then I'm going to speak with farmers, and they see my hands and they don't want to listen. They are doing it for 30 years. Their neck over here looks like like an elephant elbow.
Oh gosh.
They don't want to listen, and here it's the same. And this is why we have demo plots. So wherever we have clusters of farmers, we call it the agri-cluster program, where basically we don't aggregate the farmers because they are already aggregated by themselves, but we are tapping into this area of aggregation of farmers, and now we start to work with them as a group. One of the first things we do is we rent one plot belonging to the farmer, and then start to operate the plot the way we see. This is the reservoir.
Wow.
Always, yeah, of course.
So what about evaporation? What?
On the borehole, they are pumping the water to an elevated water tank, like you will see today in the villages. And then, this is being used for the household use. So for toilets and washing your hands.
And you pump
It's
that.
not for irrigation. Yeah. And then those energy costs is what making them not to do agriculture, but because they cannot afford the electricity. Solar is like there is a demand.
Yes.
There is the potential, right? The sun, the land,
But there's no
but
resource.
the resources.
Yeah.
This is like the
This is the
heart
pump room.
of the farm. We call it the heart. We call it the brain sometimes, but because it's pumping the water, then it's mostly the heart. And the idea is that by pumping the water with pressure from the reservoir to the farm, we can irrigate the whole farm in about 6 to 8 hours. If we use ferro irrigation, or not even ferro irrigation, by gravity irrigation, by just uplifting the water to a tank and then from the tank to irrigate the farm, then first of all, you would need more than one water tower for this 6-acre farm, because the pressure is just not enough to run the water throughout for all of the plots.
All right, so let me go back here. This is like a bore's that becomes the main resource of water for the whole land that CultivAid is practicing right now. And then from this borehole, there is like the water reservoir, like the water tank over there, and they also flow the water to this reservoir. And then from this reservoir, it has a quite large amount of water, but the issue is the algae because of the sun exposure. So from here, they will pump the water into that station, the place where we visited. Then from that, water is pumping to all of the pots. Make sure that all the plants, they have enough water to grow and to produce like the commodities. Alright, so I'm showing you the plant plots that CultivAid has in here. So right here we're growing the carrots, and then if you see, this is the cool thing that I really want to implement back in Sumbawa, like having this water drip system. Are we harvesting? Yay, this is the carrot. Oh, it looks fresh.
Yeah, she
Okay,
just pulled it.
Jack is so good.
Yes.
Oh,
Not bad.
okay.
Look at what she and he got.
We're going, yeah. Add that to our lunch.
Oh, good idea. Yay! So this is the water drip system that I wish I could implement in Sumbawa, but then this is expensive. Like is it like 1 hectare cost like 10,000, John? 10,000 US dollar for like 1 hectare.
Per hectare? That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's
I know.
because when you think like
Yeah.
hectare sounds big, a hectare is small.
How small is that?
Is it like 100 times 100 meter square meter?
100 meters.
Yeah.
So like
Let me show you this then. They're planting green Chinese. I'm not really sure what plant is this, but yeah, they're just starting planting this, and they were watering just like a couple minutes ago. I was gonna show you guys that, but apparently it's dying now. I mean, it's not on. All right, I'm gonna do the fake carrot harvesting. So basically, like, I'll just try this. Basically, we need to dig the hole a little bit to see if it's ready, and then just take it this way. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Then we have the carrot. Yay! Yummy!
for harvest.
All right. New information for me that actually these greens from the carrots, we can eat them.
Put the workers and harvest them instead.
It is so good actually and so fresh.
Seasonal workers, like day laborers.
And then the carrot itself, it tastes sweet. I like it. I need to eat more carrots, as I said, because I'm concerning with my eyes for seeing too much screens. I'm sorry. 25 resolution. Okay, eventually I can show you what a drill. Sorry. No, it splashes towards me. Friday. Okay, that's it. At least I can show you like 4 or 5 seconds of water drip. Okay, I would say this is like a water station for the water splash, like over there.
Yeah, like maybe in the next 10, 20, 30 years, because we have in this
The good thing about the water splash is like you can determine how much water need for each crops. At the same time, you also know like how much, like how often do you need to water your crops, because like each crop it needs like different amount of water basically. And then this is like basically project under the collaboration between Water for Mercy and then ITEC and then Don Bosco. There is onion. Oh, are they ready to harvest?
Some examples on the research and development activity.
I think so. See, they're so pretty.
The thicker stem and root system to grow them outside, because from the tomato varieties that I know that grows up to the ceiling, it's a different system. So it's an like open field system, and the emphasis are different, like get the stem thicker and a better root system. So as you can see, we tried a couple of doses of paclobutrazole on the different varieties, Here you can see the Galilea. Most of it is Galilea, which is a new variety, I think, in Tanzania. And Imara, which is more of a traditional one. Yeah, which they're growing now. And I think it's really nice. Maybe I'll show you also a picture of how it looked in the nursery.
These are so good.
I know.
Oh my god.
They look so pretty.
Yeah, and this is the rainy season grapes. So the
Oh,
sugar is much lower than what it
Because of the water content or something?
water.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
it's more tart. Delicious.
It's less sweet, more more sour.
I'll try one.
This is just reminding me of home more and more.
Okay, I'll try this. So this is because of the rainy season. The water content is higher, so it's less sweet. But honestly, it tastes sour.
All of the white wines in Tanzania are being produced from
This one is good.
variety. Basically, there are two main varieties in Tanzania. One is the Chenin Blanc for the white ones, and the Makatapura Red you will put over there for the red ones.
So good.
But the Chenin Blanc
Now we're seeing the local grape variety. So it's different with what I showed you before.
Working with the grapes, and this is a little bit about how we take or how we think in scientific language, or how we come with a scientific approach, and then what we try to how we adjust what is being done here according to those scientific approach. So this red Makatopura, if you notice,
There we go.
if you look on those cordons over here,
So we're now seeing the party tree avocado. There's so many of them here.
had a discussion among ourselves also about the microbiome.
Brianna's saving.
Do you want to try it?
The villagers will come to take this step inside.
Peppers without borders.
So we're going to the nursery. Oh, I think this is like the preparation station. Okay, so before we enter, we got the sanitizer, like what Rita used. So she sprays her hand, and then I will need to step on this kind of like soap water. So we want to make sure that we are not infecting the plants. They have like the grape seedlings mostly. For now, they don't have much seedlings. They have some.
It's not a hybrid variety. You can see the low germination section. You can see also the low uniformity. You have seeds that are now germinating compared to seeds that germinated. Had some better days where we had the nursery completely full with the waiting list and the size of the nursery, so we could fill 2 times the nursery and even more. We grew here, I assume, more than 2 million seedlings already, where more than 90% all went to farmers that are now also coming back, so we can really see that growing those hybrid seeds is working for them. They're making more money. You can see another.
Right. So we're going to the mango trees right now. They have harvested the mango, but we're seeing this pheromone trap for the pest. So basically, it's like attracting the insects to come because of the it exposes the insects with their mate hormone. So they thought that the mates will be here, but eventually they will get trapped and get killed in here. So this is like a more sustainable practices in pest removal, because it's using more sustainable materials, like not harmful chemicals, to remove the pest around the trees.
It's coming on the trees as well.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Like how?
Oh, another thing is this yellow thing. It's basically a glue.
They get in, eh?
Yeah. It's like a glue, so the ants cannot get it.
Yeah, it's sealed. So how did
It has more.
You see
like
here?
space here, I think.
Yeah, here there is space. So they come for the scent.
Ah, okay, they
Yeah.
move up. Okay.
You
They're
see here?
attracted by the sun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We got passion fruit from the locals.
Daily evaporation rate. And then the factor of the daily evaporation rate we take into our irrigation calculators, and then we know to adjust the amount of irrigation to the climatic conditions.
All right, people. So we conclude our tour at CultivAid. Now we're gonna move to the villages. So I'll see you there. Alright people, so apparently we have just arrived in the field where CultivAid has local farmers to grow the crops and do the project. It takes us like 2 hours and a half, I would say, to get to here. Right, we're taking a walk now. This is basically the project that I was talking about.
So I will start with the water tower. So there is this organization called Innovation Africa. There are other organizations doing this activity as well. Jay-Z has an organization like this as well. But they're doing hydrological surveys, identifying where there is a water source, and then they construct a borehole which is operated by solar panels. And there is a water tank on the tower, and then by gravity the water flows to different distribution points. So in the first year we are sponsoring the activities. We are also hiring a plot manager, which is usually a graduate from the Don Bosco agricultural short course. And then he's basically assisting the community on a day-to-day basis. He's also the one that our agronomists like Veronica here, or Evelyn, which is now, she's on vacation, but she's leading this activity for more than 2 years right now. So she's talking with the plot managers and then assisting them from afar. And then on every week, on a weekly basis, we come and we provide trainings on different topics. When like there is times in the year where everything is dry, everything is yellow, and the one thing green that you can see is this cloth.
Oh wow.
Weka hii na mabomba haya hapa kuanza kuweka vialama kwa ajili ya miche mpaka sasa tumejifunza mambo mengi.
Yeah. Okay, asante. So he's like, we saw what they did, like, you know, they came to show us these things, so how to make it in this shape, and how to put these in and how to work them, and they're seeing that there are benefits to it.
Alright, I want to summarize a little bit about other conversations happening right now. So basically, the farmers like own this kind of land. I'm not sure if it's like more than a hectare. So right now they're planting tomatoes, cabbages, and chilies or peppers. Basically, that water tower, it works based on gravity to flow the water for the whole land. So basically, because of that, they have such limitation on how long the land, like how long the water can go through all of the plants. So basically, the length shouldn't be longer than 20 meters, otherwise it's gonna be so hard for the water to reach out at the very end of the plant. And then based on what David said, basically they try to not planting everything all together because they have limitation on water consumption. I guess he mentioned about 3,000 liter for the farms. They cannot go beyond 3,000 for the water. So basically, like if they want to plant several crops, they need to do like rotation. So like plant some part of the plot, let them grow, a bit bigger, then start with another plot with other crops. So basically like that. And then the local farmers, they basically are feeling grateful for having this more modern water system, because previously they needed to go to the water reservoirs, bringing their buckets, go back and forth watering the plant, which is so taking so much energy. But then with this technology, then they don't have to do that all the way. So right now we're gonna take some pictures with the local farmers. That's Veronica, the girl who is working for CultivAid and sit next to me in the truck, and she taught me some basic words in Swahili, so that's fun. Okay, we're gonna take some pictures now. Okay, I will just walk a bit backward for the sake of the lighting. So basically from the visit today with CultivAid, I think I basically learned that even in Tanzania itself, it's quite challenging for NGO such CultivAid to grow themselves without support from the donors. Forgive my English. So basically they also struggle with the funding sources, especially within the country. So basically they are also seeking for support overseas from international organizations to help them equipping the local farmers with the water system, for example, and then with the solar panel. I think in the future they're planning to have like solar panel system for the electricity, for the energy. Basically they're still trying to look for some funding sources. And I'm really interested, I'm really grateful for this opportunity to see the local farmers, how they're doing here. Honestly, like it's a tough and rough challenge to get to here, but then just to know that people are trying their best in here. So yeah, I hope they keep growing. Okay, now I'm switching to bahasa since I have talked a lot in English from the previous videos. Ini contoh dari water systemnya. Jadi kayak emang pipa-pipanya itu kayak ditetes-tetesin gitu loh. Jadi airnya emang dibiarin nyicil-nyicil gitu airnya. Jadi supaya menjaga efisiensi penggunaan air, karena balik lagi di sini airnya terbatas. Jadi jumlah air yang dipakai untuk nanam nggak boleh sampai mengganggu kebutuhan air masyarakat untuk kebutuhan sanitasi misalkan dan kebutuhan kesehatan. Jadi air emang isu utama sih di Afrika, dan keberadaan CultivAid ini sangat membantu untuk bagaimana caranya bisa meningkatkan efisiensi penggunaan air di Tanzania ini supaya mereka tetap bisa nanam, tetap bisa produktif juga kayak gitu. Jadi banyak banget pengalaman berharga yang aku dapat di sini. Kayaknya emang di mana-mana ya masalah birokrasi dengan pemerintah setempat itu cukup challenging gitu. Bukan cuma di Indonesia atau di Sumbawa misalkan kayak gitu. I have to say that. Tapi ya dengan apapun yang ada di sini, orang-orang tetap berusaha untuk memaksimalkan potensi kesempatan yang ada supaya mereka tetap bisa produktif. Kayak gitu, apalagi sekarang dengan isu pemanasan global misalkan, tentu siklus air, siklus hujan juga cukup terpengaruh, tapi mereka percaya kalau misalkan mereka bisa memanfaatkan teknologi, memaksimalkan pemanfaatan teknologi, mereka bisa mengatasi krisis air dengan lebih baik kayak gitu. Jadi tetap bisa menghasilkan sesuatu. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Working hard, the little ones.
I know. Okay, ini aku mau ngeliatin ini aja. So the kids, they're like raising the cattle, the goats. They're raising the animals, guiding them to go to the field for feeding themselves, getting some greens. Chuck was asking like how to avoid the plants from animals, like from the domestic animals like cattle, goats. But eventually, I mean, usually there will be somebody who will go with the cattle. They will go and accompany them, basically just to make sure they can get to feed themselves. But yeah, that's what they're doing now here. That's a baobab tree. It's gigantic, basically.
Know that a lot of these rural communities
They still use the
cook with gas.
Uh-uh.
It's too expensive.
But baobab is not a firewood.
So
Okay, we're right now under the baobab tree.
that acacia is the preferred,
Yeah.
but that they'll burn anything.
Look at that worm, so big. Even I can see the feet, like 1,000 feet. Oh shit, so exotic.
Shit, sorry. Oh gosh. Oh, Chuck is getting a
Not
picture.
realize.
Well, I'm just doing it, you know.
Wait, what? Ada apa lagi di atas sini? Bakun ada di sini nggak bakun? Okay people, so we're done with the farming visit. I will just end up the vlog for now in here. But basically, this is such a nice day to be out and talking with farmers, talking with the NGOs, working on the food, energy, water nexus thing, as well as sustainability, agriculture, sustainable agriculture. I mean, but yeah, I will end up here. Thank you so much for following us, and see you next time. Bye.